Alright y'all, I'm going to give y'all a quick tip before I get ready to do the walls and all this other stuff. I want to show you something else that I was going to tell you about the shed kit. Alright, so right here when you do the shed kit, I'm going to show y'all something. Looking at the shed kit, this is the main piece other than those brackets I showed you earlier. This piece can go anywhere. Let's say the top, this can be part of the top roof if it wants to go in there. Seems like it don't want to go in here, but I tell you, it is flimsy as all get out. You know, I would have put this together by myself than messing with a shed kit, because it is flimsy as hell. But I hope y'all can see that. Yeah, so basically this right here, let's say that would be the top, so you ain't really got to do nothing about that. You know, that's your top or your side of the roof. Let's say the roof is, you're on your side where you're gonna have one 2x4 go up to the peak this way, another 2x4 that way, and this would be the side, upper right side, upper left side, and would run the length of the whole shed. I hope y'all understand that. If you haven't done one of these kits before, you might not know how they work. And then you'll just nail the plywood to everything on this side, everything on this side. Or if you're doing the roof, this is the roof. Let's say this is the peak of the roof, the point of the roof. You nail plywood down, everything on this side, everything on this side. But when you're coming to a point where you're gonna, let me move the camera. Alright, move the camera for a second. Now check this out. When you're up here on this part here and you need to make this angle cut, yeah, see that? I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's the angle cut right there. It's hard to make that angle cut because that's where this 2x4 has to sit on this kit. And then another board is going to go, well, yeah. If you're on the roof part, it's going to sit like this. Just bear with me. If you're on the roof part, it's going to sit like that. And that wood's going to go in there, and that top piece is going to sit in the middle like that. But how are you going to get this piece of wood to conform to what you're trying to do? Well, I'll show you. Now, if you have a miter saw, that's cool, but this kit don't even show you what angle to cut this or anything. So I use this little tool here. This is an angle finder. You can get it from Lowe's or Harbor Freight. I think I got it from Harbor Freight. And I just stick it up here like so, and that let me know the angle of the cut that I needed. Because if I take this piece here, this piece of wood, and I take it away, I take the wood and get rid of it, I mean the metal piece, and stick this angle finder up here, that let me know the pitch that I needed right there. And then I lay this on top of my wood, and there you go. It's hard for me to see and do this at the same time, but there you go. Angle finder. Alright, so I've cut the wood, and I found the angle of the wood with the angle finder. If you look right here, you'll see the little arrow, and I cut the angle. This will be the pitch of your roof, and this will also be, if you have it going straight down to the floor, that'll be the top right corner. And then another piece of wood will add to this piece that'll go up to the pitch, which will join in just like this on the right. It'll just keep going. It'll go here from the ground up to the corner. It'll join, and then you put a piece in this slot that's open. It'll go straight to the back, and then you have another piece that's going to join that piece and go straight to the back from the top of the roof. And then you put another piece on the right side, left side. It's going to go to the corner, bottom left corner of the roof, straight down to the floor. And that's how you find the angle. And this cost me about $3 or $4. You don't need a miter saw or anything. This will find the angle of any piece of wood. Leveling tool, Johnson leveling tool. That's a plug for y'all. Alright, so I'm working on my wall. I'm going to put the pieces on the top for the brace pieces, and then I'm going to space it out 2 feet each and nail a piece of board on the top and on the bottom to hold it together, and then start making the wall. Alright, so now we're getting the wall up. Alright, I'm out here scrambling trying to get this thing braced up because well, you see it. We're here now.
Well, the drill is trying.
I got one for when it goes out this way.
What do you got this for?
Even if I don't have the width that I need, I sure got
You got the height.
I got the height to
Walk in very comfortably. You can put a shelf on top. Maybe that one.
Alright, I'll make a new one. tall walls. Actually, on the diagram, I actually made the walls taller. I couldn't do nothing about the width because, but I wanted taller walls, so that's what it is. So.
You're not leaving it like this. This is
No, that's just a brace, and that's where we're at so far. We got a wall up.
still gotta get that screw out of here.
All right, so what I'm getting ready to do right now is in the process of working on putting up another wall. I've already sawed the top, so I can put the bracket on the end of it, and getting ready to assemble that and proceed with wall 2. And then the next step, I'm gonna do the roof before I do the front and the back. All right, so now I've pretty much put the all the boards up side by side, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. Alright, so I'm in the process of building the truss, or the rafters, if you will, to be exact. And I can just kick this apart. And what you'll see is all I did was just cut the two edges of these two pieces of wood. I brought them in like that. And then I just stick the rafter on top, the brace on top. And then I'm gonna nail them, screw these two together, and that'll be the rafter. Alright, so I got the rafters pretty much cut. I'm gonna cut a temporary brace in the middle. We'll make a piece of wood in the middle. That's gonna be coming out because that's gonna be used for something else. What you see at the end, I'm not exactly lined up right there. And that's only probably because the wall on this side, on the left side, is not level. I need to push it in some, and that should straighten that out. This side over here is pretty much straight and flush with the wood, so that's where we're at now. So I'm just trying to make, if I can get the front and the back both going in the right direction, then I can fill all the rest of them in, and everything should be all right. So.
gives you a little room and it's not lined up. You can kind of bang it back that way, bang it back this way.
You have to hit it with a hammer when you do that.
Yeah.
So the ones that's stuck in that hole is going to be hard to maneuver. You want a hammer? You always to the end on the outside? I don't want to come in there.
It's tall.
Yeah, he wanted it. It's almost a peak of the house. Not quite. One of the tall so he can get in and
Why he not make it wider?
more money. Because the wider you go, he was going to do the 3-part, but the wider you go, there's more material.
Alright, so let's take a look so far. I've started on the rafters and the roof part. I've done the sidewalls. I'm going to finish putting the rafters in tomorrow, and then I'm going to start putting some plywood up. And when I finish the rafters, I'll probably seal in the back wall as well. I don't know, we'll see. And then go from there. I think I got enough 2x4s to do it. I'm just gonna have to take another measurement. But as we go inside, here's one of the rafters, and I put it up and it fits perfectly. Everything seems to be, you know, working out fine as far as that. Right? Yeah. I got one long board that's going the length of this. Each corner tied in pretty well. I'm trying to hurry up and finish this because you see the rain is kind of starting to ash up my floor here. I don't like that at all. So I got to get in here and finish this up pretty quickly. I had 2 full days of rain. You know, where it rained all day from sun up to sundown, and that sucks. So I got to double time it. Alright, so I went out here and put all my brackets on for my joists, and I'm getting ready to cut them here shortly. And as you can see, all my joists are up, and I measured them all the way down because I wanted to make sure that where I have a joist here, it's going to even up to there and then come all the way down to here. So all of them, when the plywood is on, you sit in the shed, you're not sitting there looking at it like, you know, what's going on here. So that's what that is. All of them are up there. And in the back, the very back of the shed, I'm tilted back about a 1/4 inch back, just slightly, and that could be that it's leaning back or all this weight is shifting. We had 2 days worth of rain. I'm not sure how to fix it, but and it could be the leveling up of the shed. But I mean, it's like that much. I'm sure all the plywood should, you know, be in place. It's not that much of a difference. If it was like 2 inches off or about to fall over, I'd be concerned. But that's about it. That's only the other thing so far. But I had to manually go in and, you know, make sure that all my plywood, and make sure that the when I put my sheets on the side, that's my other shed. It's had it. You know what I mean? It's over with. But anyway, that's where we're at right now, and we'll continue to the next part shortly. Yeah, I just wanted to show you, that's a pretty big shed compared to my other one. I mean, just look at it. It's like twice as big as the other shed, 3 times as big as the other one, 4 times as big as the other one. pretty crazy. But it's fun so far, other than it's 30 degrees outside, but it's all good. Yesterday it was raining, the day before that it was 70, so it's crazy North Carolina weather for you. Alright, so I got all my rafters up on the right side, and I'm getting ready to do the rafters on the left side. I just had to take a break for a minute, let my drill charge up a little bit, and then we'll be good to go. We're moving and grooving now. We're moving and grooving. Alright, so here's what we got. Got everything all level all the way across. I had to do a little finagling to get the top level back there. So I got a board holding that level. And then here to get this level. It's basically level now. But I had to hook it up to my truck and the bumper of my vehicle. And basically I had to hook it up to my vehicle and basically pull the peak closer to the house to be able to get it inside that bubble. So that's a little trick. I mean, it worked for me. But now I'm inside that bubble all the way up there. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm in the bubble. Y'all see it right in the middle, right there. I'm in that bubble right now. And I got that by, hooking it up to my bumper and just pulling it, So now I'm ready. I'm ready to slap some boards up in now.